A nation on the brink tonight. Iran is gripped by widespread fear and uncertainty as a state of war enters its fourth day. Its people are scrambling for safety amidst ongoing conflict and non-stop explosions that seem to be everywhere. The crisis deepened dramatically today with the official announcement of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei's death. This has created a massive leadership vacuum at the most perilous moment, leaving millions to ask a terrifying question: who will run the country now that it feels like it's heading toward destruction? The reaction to this chaos is starkly divided, creating two different realities. Outside of Iran, some in the diaspora see this moment as a long-awaited opportunity for radical change. Many view the American president as a potential savior, with optimistic speculation that former Crown Prince Reza Pahlavi could be reinstated as king by the time of Nowruz, the Iranian New Year, on March 20th. But inside the country, that optimism is non-existent. The reality is one of immediate terror. People are fleeing their homes in droves. They are taking whatever they can carry, seeking refuge wherever they have relatives or some hope of safety. Daily life for ordinary Iranians has ground to a halt. Businesses are shuttered, especially those near police stations and government headquarters. Schools and universities are closed indefinitely, their futures uncertain. The economic impact is severe and immediate. For a population already struggling under sanctions and mismanagement, the question is simple and desperate: how will people earn money? Prices, which have been rising steadily for the past year, have skyrocketed in just the last few days. Savings are dwindling fast. If this drags on, most people won't have anything left. War was the last thing the people wanted, and many now openly blame the system for bringing the country to this point of collapse. The public's discontent is palpable and personal. The familiar official chants of death to America and death to Israel ring hollow for many citizens who feel they are paying the price for those words. There is a growing sense that the nation was utterly unprepared for this conflict. As one person said, if you fight the world's strongest army, you are already losing before the war even begins. This sentiment is creating friction within communities. One woman described an argument with a hardliner neighbor, highlighting the frightening illusion some still hold, even as the country burns. Meanwhile, another threat is emerging from within, threatening to tear the country apart. Trained and armed Kurdish separatists are reportedly mobilizing in the western part of the country. This is not a new threat, but it is a newly energized one with a history of siding with Iran's enemies. This adds a dangerous new layer of instability, threatening to fracture the nation along ethnic lines at its most vulnerable moment. The state's response has been a campaign of control and intimidation. A high-security presence is visible in all major cities, a clear warning against unrest. Fuel shortages are becoming common as supply lines are disrupted. And now the Islamic Revolutionary Guards Corps, the IRGC, is issuing direct threats to the population via text message. Citizens are receiving chilling instructions on their cell phones. One message warns that any movement disturbing security will be considered, quote, direct cooperation with the enemy, unquote. It promises to meet any dissent with the, quote, firm fist of your children in the IRGC intelligence organization, unquote. Another message urges citizens to become informants, telling them to report any suspicious anti-security activity to the IRGC's 114 telephone system. This leaves the Iranian people trapped. They are caught between external attacks and internal repression, with no clear path forward. The fundamental question everyone inside the country is now asking is a heavy one. Will the country stay whole, or will it fall apart? For millions, what comes next is what worries them and their families the most. Reporting for ProView, that's the latest. Back to you.
Ayatollah Khomeini is dead.